This is very frustrating. All right. I'll wait to see you guys get back. I didn't write part 3. Hey, Cheryl. Can you hear me? Is this happening right at the most important moment? I was telling, I was giving Elizabeth the news of the twin flame energy, and then it crashes, and then with Rainbow, I'm giving you the date. Oh, okay. So, okay. So the key says now, all right? And then I shuffled and the whip and the dog came out, which is November 18th. So we have 18 and 17. We have 20, 18, 17, and 20. So that's, could be around those. But here is an official date for you. And then I shuffled some more, and the snake came out, which I take to mean 2025, this year, the year of the snake. So your official date is November 18th, 2025. And it's really rare when I get a full date, but this is your date for conception. So, in other words, the now card means it doesn't have to be this. It could be anytime now. Anytime you desire it to be, it's now. But this is something that is kind of like in the ethers for you, a specific date for you to conceive this year. And 17 and 20. So the stork message is change, moving houses, delivery, flexibility, improvement, pregnancy, birth, promotion, relocation, renovation, transformation, leveling up, additions to family. This shows that there is an addition to your family. This shows the arrival of a child, the arrival of your baby, right? So it doesn't necessarily show the conception of the baby, but it shows the arrival of the baby. And then the garden is audience, social media, outdoors, party, public place, people, meetings, gatherings, networking, publicity, and paparazzi. And that the timing is either 20 days or the 20th of the month. So those could mean something, other than having to do with the date. The key is the solution. So there's could be some kind of solution around a public event that brings about your conception. The key is access, certainty, doors, important, a mastery, necessary, security, and success. And the timing is now. But the official date with the whip, the dog, and the snake is 11 November 18th, 2025. The card with the guy in black shirt kind of looks like my husband. Oh yeah, he does kind of. There you go. And your husband always shows up in every reading. So let's see if the tarot can like validate this. So other than, other than the snake meaning the year of the snake also is sexuality. Like this kind of is a very sexy open doors, like your sexuality. This an open doors. In other words, like maybe has something to do with sexual positions or sexual moves or something like that. But there's a lot of bow chicka bow wow, you know. In the whip too is also very sexual, and it could be something unusual, kinky, some kind of unusual sexual thing that happens between you two. So I don't know. But so yeah. Let's look at the tarot. Oh, my husband is growing his hair and he always wears this lucky chain, like the little picture. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I think this guy, he reminds me sort of like of my nephew Tito a little bit. He does look a little like Tito. He's Tito is like Mexican, but he kind of sometimes looks like a black person. He's handsome, very handsome. But he's kind of like that, sort of that skin tone that could be just sort of like either a light black guy or a dark Hispanic person. All right, what does the tarot say? That flew over there. Okay, 3 of Wands. Waiting. Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad because waiting, she, she does give me like, uh, like how women knit when they're pregnant or whatever, knitting booties or kind of thing, that kind of calm, serene, waiting for expectancy. Oh my gosh, I get goosebumps on that. That's the word for this. 3 of Wands is expectant. And I'm not just trying to make words go with the cards, I promise you. She is waiting, patient, expecting, brainstorming, daydreaming, having a vision, manifesting, planning, new horizons, explorations, rewards, foresight, visions, opportunities. But expecting is definitely one of the words that I wrote down for that. So, 3 of Wands, expecting. And 3 this is July, August, September, October. And there's the King of Cups. The King of Love. That could be your husband. It has to do with love. Oh, the Daddy, the 6 of Pentacles. That's nice. And it really kind of goes with the whole thinking about an addition to your family, addition to your home, your household, addition to your lives, what having children could mean, having this addition in your life. So yeah, the 6 of Pentacles is, love, a give and take. It's reciprocity and charity and benefactor and aid and support and benevolence, giving and receiving, material balance, the tenfold law. It's like 10 times coming back to you. For all the good that you do, you're getting rewarded 10 times back. Also, this is the word associated with this is called dependence. Right? So this represents that children will be dependent on you. And we'll just read the King of Cups too. Generous, emotionally responsible, caring, loyal, giving, open, wise, counselor. He's going to be a really good dad. Authority, composed, understanding, patient, protective, watchful, dutiful, honorable, kind, intuitive, and compassionate. Oh, so nice. Let's see what else. Oh, the Hierophant. Very traditional. The Hierophant represents, it represents, oh, I, this is funny because I see the christening. I see christening in this card. So be sure, like baptized, christened, whatever. It's important. It's going to be important. But I know in your culture, in my culture, our cultures, it's going to happen, that's kind of like unavoidable. But think about who would be the godparents and things like that. Um, it's definitely about tradition and rules and wisdom and rituals, like those kind of rituals. As soon as you have an addition to your family, you have to make sure that they're welcome in the community and blessed under God and all of those things. And I know it's, when it comes to religion, sometimes we the ritual of a religion seems sort of superstitious and seems sort of unnecessary and things like that. But all rituals, whether they seem silly or not, come with an intention that holds a lot of power. So I feel like no matter what you do, perform some kind of ritual that holds a special intention that feels very binding, very traditional and binding. Are y'all still there? All right. Oh my God, these people racing around are barely bothering me. They're so loud. Are y'all still there? Oh, you got the Queen of Cups. So the twin flames are here. You're going to be a good mommy too. So full of love and compassion and intuition. And also that represents you being Pisces as well. In my deck, the Death card is going to be the Birth card. Oh, and you got the Six of Cups. So that kind of goes back with your romance here. That romance is just very, it's very, you really have the twin flame connection. There's no doubt about it. And I know that this wanting to have children has always been one of the main obstacles, right? And the twin flames always have something that they have to go through together to to work on, to achieve, to overcome through love of each other and love of themselves. Rainbow says, I've been thinking a lot about my dream I had a while ago where an angel told me it's God's promise to you that you will have your little blessings you want. Yes. Yes, it is a promise. It's a promise that never goes away. The only thing that Spirit ever wanted from return from you was your faith. Your faith that you will have that divine time that comes through for you. So it's just a matter of divine timing here. But this is the first time I've actually gotten a date for you. So very, very exciting. Let's see. Let me get a fairies card. It is a beautiful reading. It is. It's so, I get goosebumps all over. Oh, speaking of beauty, I bet you're gonna have beautiful babies. Okay, beauty. So, does beauty have to do with all of this? The beautiful reading? Appreciate and amplify your natural attractiveness. Your beauty is, you're gonna glow. You're gonna have a total glow up. Maybe that's when you notice that you're pregnant. Before you ever take a test, you're like, people start commenting, wow, what did you do different? You're sort of glowing. Nothing. You just light up. You just look like, I don't know, extra alive. This, one of the most amazing things about being pregnant is like that. It's like you have life inside you, and so like you're glowing, uh, like radiating life, a double, more than just your own life. You're radiating someone else's life outside of your body, inside, outside. It's just it's one of the greatest miracles to me. And you're like, you feel like you're a living miracle walking around like that. So appreciate and amplify your natural attractiveness. Your beauty is most apparent when you're happy and satisfied. We are all attractive in our own unique way. Part of self esteem is appreciating how wonderful you truly are. Never ever put yourself down in any way. Always think self loving thoughts about your body, your face, your hair, your weight, and every inch of your physical self. Tell yourself positive affirmations daily, such as, my inner light radiates through every pore and cell of my body, and everyone is attracted to my inner and outer beauty. Invest time and money in services that make you feel wonderful, such as massages, facials, manicures, and pedicures, soaking in a tub, or getting a new hairstyle. Spend time in meaningful ways that make you feel joyous, and you will glow with the attractiveness of a truly happy person. So your affirmation is, my inner, because it's inner, inner and outer selves. Oh my gosh. Okay. Inner and outer selves are radiantly attractive right now. I love my beautiful self. So that's kind of like saying you're going to have something inside yourself. I mean, that's the closest thing the fairies have in this deck to say that you will have a being inside you. That's so interesting. Let me just like run through all the different titles. Beauty, honest, bringing for creative expression to time. Dreams come true. Dreams coming true would have been a good one too. Environmental, family harmony, feeling safe, financial flow, flowing your dreams, happily ever after would have been good too. But higher consciousness, honoring your true feelings, inner child, inner power, kick up your heels, kindness, laughter, letting go, look inside yourself, magic of nature, make music, making new friends, miracle healing, moving forward fiercely, opportunities, location, parenting and children, peace of mind, positive expectations, problem solve, quiet time, raising your standards, rise above problems, romantic partner, self-reliance, sexuality, stand your ground, trust your intuition, vacation, visualization. There is a real specific one about being pregnant and the physical change of your body, so that's pretty amazing. That card came out. I feel like getting another one. I'm gonna get a Seasons of the Witch. Oh, November. November has always been my favorite month because my dad was born on that month. Oh, and your wedding anniversary. Oh my gosh, maybe your dad will come back on his birthday. My birthday is November 16th, so that would be special for me too. But what if it comes on the baby is well, the baby's not going to be born on November. You're going to conceive in November. Or at least that's what that means. That message meant. Because that was what I was trying to get specifically. It's interesting about when we ask pregnancy questions. We think about fertility. We think about conception. We also think about pregnancy, and we think about birth, right? So we think all these aspects of having a baby, but I wanted to be certain to ask specifically about conception date. So that's the answer to that. But November's a good conception time too. Oh, you got crafting here. Craftsmanship. Looks like you're making something. Empower yourself with the knowledge that each challenge brings you closer to mastery. So what are you crafting? Mastery, dedication, and consistency. You are the master craftsman of your life's path, and it's time for you to step up and step into your role as leader of how your journey unfolds. No one can be you better than you. And in fact, you are so rare and unique that there is only one of you in all existence. There's no one else who thinks, behaves, speaks, or feels exactly like you, and that is your superpower. But your path will be full of ups and downs. This is not a reflection of how talented you are or whether or not this is the right path. Everyone, even masters, experience failure. This is a good sign. You are being asked to learn the value of pushing through challenges and setbacks. Obstacles are stepping stones toward growth, not a sign to give up or change course. Remember that mastery is a process. With each setback brings you closer to success. With patience and consistency, you could be well on your way to standing tall as the authority of your craft. It doesn't matter if you're applying this effort to be a CEO, a parent, the pillar of your community, or managing your tiny homestead. This card reminds you that your results will match your dedication. Additionally, receiving this card encourages you to embrace a growth mindset and remain open to feedback, learning new skills, and seeking out knowledge. This is really good. This is about growth, and you're able to grow. And I feel like this is a full term growth. And this is trying to tell you that you may have had setbacks in the past. You may have had your miscarriages, but that is not your destiny. You don't, this doesn't have to repeat itself. You are your master of your destiny. And your destiny is to have a full term baby that grows up and is happy. In fact, I think your destiny is to have two kids. Really. At least two kids, I think. And that is your destiny. So two of your soul babies are going to come back, and they're picking a better time to be alive with you. That's it. That's all that happened this time around. That's all that's happened. It wasn't a failure. It wasn't a tragedy. It was just a choice of spirit, of mutual spiritual energy that's saying, not this time was not right, but there is a better time. Right? So does that feel nice? I think that's a good place to end. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad. I think it was an awesome reading too. Like so. Oh, look, he's got a pet on his lap. That is such a good sign. I also this kind of reinforces the good dad energy too. And that it's not your body is growing, but he is going to be so like with you in the growth too. He's probably going to get his own belly. Like that happened to me when I was pregnant. I I don't know if all three of my kids, but at least one or two of them, my parents got pregnant bellies at the same time. They had empathetic bellies with me. Alrighty. Is Laura here? Hi, Ocheli. Yay. I'm good. How are you doing? I'm feeling a little bit of the shadow phase with having to re-up the live stream a couple of times, but at least people caught it and I could do something about it. Uh, okay. Had a weird tiff with work peeps last week and just wanted to make sure we all can move forward in a positive way. Alrighty, let's see. Let's see about that. What is going to happen at work with your peeps? There's someone on the team that likes to create drama, of course, there is. So don't know if I should keep working with that person. All right, well, let's see. Let's see what will pop up. Let's go with the Lenormand first as well. I do have the power not to hire that person again, but my boss really likes that person. Great. All right, this is interesting. This is real interesting. I feel like the tarot will really kind of explain more, but I'm going to see if the Lenormand will give us sort of an idea about what can happen with the work people. Or maybe not. Maybe the Lenormand is saying, okay, here we go. Stars, that's good. There is hope. There's hope. What you wish for can come true. A happy solution. You know what? It makes me think of the book The Secret. This has to do with clarity, your dreams, your guides, healing, hope, navigation, your psychic talents, your spiritualism, your success. It makes me think of in I know. So in The Secret, there's a great story, and I've read it to you guys before, where this guy, he's famous painter, and he painted beautiful images of women all around his house. and or they were just like single figures. Or no, first it starts off like, I guess, pictures of himself or a man alone, and then pictures of a single woman or whatever. But anyway, the point is, whatever he was painting is what he was attracting. He talked to the author of The Secret, and she's like, your trouble is that you're painting this issue. That's not the story that I'm trying to say. Anyway, but eventually when he drew pictures of couples and stuff, that's when he found his true person. And then and also what the other story that I was supposed to be talking about, which I got sidetracked to that story. But the other story is this person was complaining about drama at work. Similar situation. They're like, I can't stand going to work. I just hate facing these people. I just like, I dread it. I just don't feel happy at work. Blah blah blah. And so the lady, the author, she's like, well, how about you imagine a solution? Imagine that everybody at work um, either gets along, there's a promotion, there's some kind of solution. You don't have to imagine the how it happens. Just keep seeing yourself telling yourself that you have a great work environment, that everyone's happy, everyone gets along, you're very productive, things go great. So then the girl or boy tries this for, I guess, a week or so, and he comes back to the lady. He's like, "You'll never know guess what happened? That lady that was giving me problems, the one that was creating all the drama and me dreading going to work, she got moved to a different department, or she got promoted, or this or the, whatever it is." So the point is, you don't sometimes have to do anything. If you feel like your hands are tied because your boss likes this person and you can't do anything about it, it's almost like letting karma take its course. It's like something still can positively happen for you as long as you visualize yourself in a positive work environment. So sorry, that's a long explanation for the star card, but that's how I see it. He spoke to Marie Diamond. I love her. Okay, yeah. Good, good. So you got the idea. You don't have to be specific about how your work situation improves. All you have to do is just say in a general sense, I'm so happy at work. I love my work situation. It feels very comfortable. It feels very joyous. The solution isn't that everybody gets along necessarily. That might not be the solution. The solution might be something completely that you didn't think of. But what you want to feel is what's important. How do you want to feel when you go to work? So just imagine the feelings. Don't imagine the actions. Imagine the feelings that you feel. So imagine yourself, da 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 da, we're going to work. Hey, I feel so happy. I feel so productive. I'm getting a lot done. We're all working together well. It feels nice. The feelings you're feeling. If you keep imagining the feelings, then those feelings are going to keep manifesting, and the work situation will improve somehow, some way, by moving people around or not so much. Who knows? Who knows how it could happen? It could change people's personalities because they could be enlightened or whatever. You know what I mean? They could suddenly stop being dramatic. They could have an epiphany. We don't know what spirit has in store for us. The boss, or it could be something like, the boss sees the real side of the girl and then says, oh yeah, okay, I don't know if I want to work with this girl anymore. Or the boss sees, oh, I can see a better position for you and moves her. Whatever. We don't have to know how it works out. All we have to know is how we want to feel when we're at work. Okay. So the prince, the prince is going to do something. There is somebody here making a move, making a gesture. Oh no, that's interesting. Ooh, to your happily ever after in the social place. The social place is going to be like a dream come true. It also, okay. So this is what could happen. Like, I feel like somebody could be promoted or moved to a different floor or something like that. It feels like feels like the tower is like the workplace. The tower also has like windows and higher levels and lower levels, so it's like you can have somebody can have a room with a view and things like that. Makes me think sometimes of like one of those high rises in downtown or something like that. Where you can have like one of those really cool views of the city or something like that. Anyway, that's what the impression of me. Also, the social thing could be like networking and different kinds of positions and jobs and things that people get may be very excited to have. It could have something to do with outdoors and entertainment, but yes, definitely networking, publicity, gatherings, meetings, lots of so interesting. And then something about this prince, whoever this energy represents, could be a transformation of the place and the people inside it. Could be some kind of magic transformation. It's interesting that Lenormand is trying to speak to me. I love that through its limited, through the limited images, but the images are trying to speak to me. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Who is this prince? In fairy tales, the prince is usually a hero, right? So there's some sort of hero energy, somebody who comes through, somebody who saves the day. Or it could just simply be, the thought processes, the images, the something. Or, all kinds of stuff could happen. Like the girl that creates the drama could fall in love and her boyfriend wants to move away somewhere. And wouldn't that be a beautiful, happy ending for everybody? Because, well, maybe not for your boss, but at least for you and the girl who finds her prince. Or maybe you can find a prince. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, let's see. Let's see how this might play out. If you're curious, we'll look into the how, but you're not supposed to worry about the how, but we'll look into it. We'll look into it a little bit. Oh, see, it has to do with the dude. Somebody's getting hooked up. Well, somebody of the many people, but it could just simply be partnerships, reciprocity, getting along, seeing eye to eye, compatibility. Um, yeah, feels very, very happy, back and forth, easy flow, exchanges, um, comfort and kinship, and feeling like-minded with people. And it could be sometimes something happens where people don't sweat the small stuff. So like if something, like say something in the world happens, something upsetting in the world, it makes you realize, wow, I should, be grateful for what I have because this blah 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 happened to other people, whatever. It changes your perspective sometimes and makes you feel more nostalgic and more kindred with the people around you. Let's keep going. Oh, the devil. Where's the devil going? So, let's see. Devil energy. The Knight of Wands conquers the devil. Takes a lot of strength. Look at all these people. They're all on the same side. It could be that the girl shows her true character to the boss, and then everybody's got the same idea. They're like, yeah, you're right, you've been right about her. Oh, okay. And see, they're all looking that direction. The star again, hope, and the chariot, and taking them away. I'm going to take you away. Ha ha, hee ha ha. Yeah, it's like this card turns into that, kind of moving onwards to chariot. It's like farewell, bye bye. Have fun in Hades. No, okay. Yeah, it's so interesting because the Chariot card, I used Persephone, Hades and Persephone as the image. And it's funny because I think the Devil card kind of has a Hades Persephone energy to it too. Um, so yeah, but the Chariot is a good card. The Chariot is about travel and being your own boss and triumph, and if in this particular image kind of gives it more of a five of swords, like a win at all costs kind of thing. But I feel like they both ended up benefiting from the contract or whatever. The Chariot, the Persephone and Hades. The main reason why I picked that was not so much about the story of Persephone and Hades, but it was mostly because of the vehicle, the wheels, the chariot itself, the energy of movement. All right, so but the devil is interesting. What does the devil represent? It could just plain represent negative energy that's leaving, that's no longer going to be part of this energy that's been giving you tension. And what did you call it? Tiff. The tiff. This is the tiff that's leaving. This tiff energy, this thing that creates strife or unease. Um, yeah. And so the Knight of Wands is one of the characters in the group. That was today. We all just got along and didn't bring up the elephant in the room. But that's the elephant in the room. But moving forward, can I trust that person? The instigator. Yes. That's nice if that negative energy leaves, which is snickering behind my back like mean girls. Yes. Everybody's, but see, what's great about this is maybe initially this it happened behind your back, but everybody's turning around and seeing this. So it's not an energy that's hidden anymore. It comes out in the open that everybody sees, and like it's almost like everybody's on the same side now about this issue. Because then the Knight of Wands feels passionate and confident about it, and there's a bold movement. It's almost like I feel like somebody gets caught doing something, but like the mean girl gets caught being mean, literally. And the Knight of Wands turns around and is like, "What did you just say? What did you just do?" And they don't hold back. They're like, "Bam." Strength card is a little bit more tempered. She's like a little sweeter, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, really? I can't believe that. That is so. How would you, like she's a little calmer about the way she's saying." The star card represents um the hopes, hope and the wishes coming to reality. So, yeah. So yeah, strength is harmony and being gentle and patient and persistent. It's like maybe your boss didn't really like her. Maybe it's just her energy to be patient, more patient and more kind-hearted and try to be more soft control and try to guide people to do the right thing. But maybe she also realizes, wow, this is not, I see that doesn't actually work because she is not actually following what like she's not actually that kind of person that would actually listen. She might be narcissistic or something. And so the star is your hopes and dreams, liberation. You're free from her. You're going to be free from this. Faith, purification, cleansing, renewal, blessings, inspiration, healing, optimism, peace, serenity, the dawn, guiding light in Aquarius. So it definitely feels like a new light. And the Chariot is victory, willpower, focus, unstoppable drive, intense self-confidence, success, triumph over obstacles, perseverance, etc. So definitely seems like a win in your favor, and you're gonna have the peaceful environment that you've been wanting. And I think the way it's gonna happen, not not that it matters, but the way it's gonna happen is I think she's gonna get caught being the mean girl, and everybody like turns around and sees her like, what? we just we just all saw you do that. Okay, and now we're all going to be like, that kind of behavior is not acceptable here or something, and so everybody be on the same page, something like that. All right, so let's see what the fairies have to say. Okay, you got quiet time and magic. So this could be about your, like you're meditating, and then magic of nature, some magic coming through. It's like the pixie dust. So, you get your faith and trust in the quiet time, and then the pixie dust arrives. And this is you, yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel like this has a whole different meaning for you than it did for Miss Fred. But for you, it's like, I think this is your boss realizing that she's not even aware how detrimental the impact of stress is on your life and other people's life. But I think it didn't hit her until suddenly she realizes, wow, and you're important to her too, just as much as anybody, but maybe even more. And so I feel like the boss is kind of a major pivot point in here. And um yeah, she doesn't want you to go through stress. But on your own, for yourself, do whatever you need to do, right? um Honor your body and soul by spending some quiet time alone, and do silent retreat, or stay at the lake or the beach or the mountains, or turn off your phone, or do not disturb, or whatever, bubble bath or manicure, pedicure, those kinds of things. um Promise that you'll do these things for yourself. But yeah, in the meantime, until everybody realizes what's going on, I don't think you have to say anything. I think it is going to be like, it's just going to happen. The magic of nature. Spend time outdoors. So, generally speaking, the fairies definitely want you to go outside. So, spend time outdoors among the flowers, plants, and trees. Nature has a powerful gifts that she wants to share with you, including ideas, information, and healing energy. When you are disconnected from Mother Earth, you may feel depressed or lethargic without knowing why. Earth, too, feels distraught when you don't connect with her on a regular basis. She needs you to be amidst her beauty so that she can telegraph information to you. In this way, you'll know best how to care for your planet. This card is saying spend time daily, even as little as 5 minutes outside in nature. Even if it's just earthing for just a few minutes, put your feet on the ground or the sand and close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and just feel that energy. Mentally ask the fairies to help you with any issues you may have. Then open your eyes and look for their flittering light, which is the first sign that you're seeing the fairies that surround you. And so your affirmation is, I love being outside in nature. I feel energized by the sunshine, fresh air, plants, and animals. I take excellent care of every living being, including myself. So again, taking good care of yourself is the most important thing. Yeah. And I don't think it's meant for you to complain per se. I think it's meant for you to do some self-care and everything will be exposed. But for now, and also like visualize, like when you're taking care of yourself, when you're closing your eyes, open your eyes and see the world that you want, see your environment, and think about what it would feel like, your good energy. Like on the good days, what does that feel like? And just think of more of those kind of good days. But even the good days with the elephant in the room is still not a good day. You know what I mean? So think of what it would really feel like. But I think I think this resolution is coming pretty good and pretty direct and swiftly, and in a way that it's a win-win for everybody. Not in a way that you have to worry, feel guilty or anything, which you shouldn't anyway. But you know, but yeah, there'll be a win-win. There will be. My cards are really talking to me tonight. That's so nice. Thank you, Spirit, and my cards. And my cards using Spirit using my cards. You're welcome, Laura. Oh, you have a similar question, huh? Okay, well, let's see how Spirit answers your question. It's funny, I have a similar question from Cheryl. I went back to my previous gym where I had some conflict, and I want to know if things will be peaceful and positive for me there. Thank you, Laura. You too. Have a great week. All right, I'll see you next time. Okay, so Jim feels well. Of course, much of the same information for you as far as the secret goes, right? Like you can manifest the best possible outcome by visualizing it and feeling like it. So, when you were the happiest at the gym, what did it feel like? Everybody working together is harmonious. The whole reason why you want to go back to the gym because there was some good times there. So, constantly keep those good times at the forefront of your mind and not the negative things that made you run away from the gym. Um, yeah. Yeah. So keep that's the first step. So let's keep going. All right. Let's go with which deck would you like me to start with, Cheryl? Jim. I feel like I want to start with the Letterman again. I'm going to. I am. Okay. I'm ignoring any catty girls. Okay, good. Catty girls, catty girls, catty girls. The mean girls. Why does it have to always be mean girls? We were just watching the other day. We were watching, which one of my favorite movies. I know it's a silly. It's one of those guilty pleasure movies, but House Bunny. I think the main character of House Bunny, the lady, that's the actress. I think that's infinity. I think that's magnetize yourself infinity. Sounds just like her. And that actress is also spiritual advisor now, so I think they're one and the same. Anyway. But there's of course the mean girls in that show, in that movie too. They are everywhere, that is true. So let's see let's find out about the gym. How's it gonna be? How's it gonna be? All right, that's good. Good start. An anchor. It's gonna feel like home. Like it's gonna feel like this is your place. This is gonna feel like Cheers. Oh, I got goosebumps. Where everybody knows your name. You know, I wanna go where people know people are all the same. I wanna go where everyone knows your name. Da, 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 da. It's like this is where I'm putting my anchor. You know, I'm getting goosebumps all over. It feels like yeah, it feels like home. It feels like your port. It feels like the place where you stop along the way and you just sit for a while. Of course, you do more than sitting, but yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, Mr. Ring, Mr. Proposal Guy. What are you doing here? Okay, so the ring is like full circle. You're having a lot of nice full circle energy coming through. It's gonna feel like such a relief. It's gonna feel like um a cycle is complete. And there could be, you know, you could end up meeting somebody here too. Somebody that you really connect to, somebody that you bond with. I think it could be a hot, like, let's take a look at it. Is he your type? I don't know. Like, hello, Cheryl. I'm a little young for you. But yeah, is this your style of ring? It's very blingy and blue. Yeah, I don't know. It could be. It could be somebody that feels very connected with you. It could. This is also like a gym contract, right? Signing contracts, commitments. With the anchor, you're like, this is it. I'm committed to this place. This is my place. I'm dropping anchor here. I'm not budging. I'm not going anywhere. This is it. Also, I'm kind of getting a like, yeah, that's the way Nikki feels about it too, you know, kind of vibe. Um, yeah. It also feels like a promise come true and partnerships, you know. Yeah, it's a lot of good. That's a lot of good. Lots of good coming out of that. Well, I guess I told everybody, it's like the list is closed unless Maurice or Divine Goddess show up. So yeah, I'm a little pooped, a little tired because I've had to do it a few times. Okay, I'm gonna start over because I was talking to. Okay, Jim. We saw a snake, but I also saw. Let's see. The community, the garden. Let's be honest, there's some snakes sometimes in a garden. It happens. The mean girls are there sometimes. Okay, the coffin. This is about you getting your rest. Make sure you have plenty of balance in your life. You know, yeah, get as much time out and rest when you need it. You know you've got to balance social with time, alone time. You know that's like one of your priorities, so don't forget. This is also like a cocoon energy too. I'm seeing people like really amazed at your progress and how you blossom into a butterfly, your transformation. You got the house. There's like a cozy energy, intimate. Ooh, you can have a really nice trainer that is very, focused on your success. Looking for a happily ever after for you. Yes. Oh, okay. Spirit doesn't want to talk about it too much, but there is some kind of interesting dynamic with the people at the gym. Yeah, this is great. For the most part, your hopes and dreams are coming true. Like, it just feels right. It feels like home. It feels like you've come back to your home. You've come back home. That's what it feels like mostly. And feeling good. Like there's that a bit of transformation. Some days you feel a little cloudy, but at most days you feel good. Like on those cloudy days, be sure just to take a time out, get some rest. You don't have to if there's just a days where you just don't feel like facing people or you don't think you can handle it, or if you just need to, I don't know, I just feel like be sure to take a time out if you don't want to I shouldn't say face people. If you don't want to, if you don't have the energy to deal with public, you know what? That's what I just feel like there's some times where you just don't want to be around too many people because of their energy. So you need to make sure, and also like the coffin gives me this, that glass, that protective bubble, that protective thing. You need to make sure you do things that like put like a protective energy around yourself before you go to public places like the gym. But yeah, generally speaking, I think it's a very very happy, like coming home, like going back to Cheers, where everybody's like, Diane, where you been? Here, have a beer and let's play darts, something like that. Or the other lady, what? Julia Louis Dreyfus, what was her name? Elaine. And maybe you'll find your Sam. Or somebody better. All right. You've got, oh, I know, you still, don't let it get to you. Don't think about heartbreak. Don't, keep your eyes closed. Remember, focus. Don't think about heartbreak. Don't think about the past. Think about the good times that you had there, okay? There's the king. Oh, it may like take you back a little bit, true. Like, being in the surroundings again with all these familiar people and could bring back a little bit of that, those old memories. But don't let it get to you. There's a lot of good people. The King of Swords, he's going to be a little bit direct and not like a softie, not like a cups kind of guy, but a little bit more of, the intellectual type, the one that just kind of a matter of fact. That's okay. You don't need like to be sweet talked. You just need a nice, honest person to guide you. So you'll have a little patience. with patience and a plan, like a vision of how. I think that there could be some guy that suggests goals for you, whatever. What kind of goals do you see for yourself, or whatever? So that could be what this bear is about, you know? Uh, yeah. Oh, this is nice. And the Seven of Pentacles is about growth and progress and divine timing and everything kind of like falling into place. Very nice. And the Eight of Pentacles too. It's like a lot of positive progress. And what I like about this card is like focus, you know, not letting people distract you. So, nobody's gonna bother you, you know, or you're not gonna let anybody. And also kind of get, I think not problem. I think the attention may be coming from men, actually, more than you expected. A lot of male attention, and I think actually you're gonna have a few good lady friends, people kind of like supporting you and being on your side. So that'll be a little bit different. You'll have a female support. You'll make some friends. Yeah, see? Well, here that's you actually. You're Miss Queen of Pentacles. You're gonna feel comfortable and feel you're safe. And then the Hermit, you may meet a Virgo or somebody who makes you feel comfortable. But the Hermit also is another reminder to take your time out. Take those time out moments that you need. Don't let doing this, going back to that place, overwhelm you, because I mean, like, I feel like spirit's just trying to say take it in small bites. Don't do too much at once. If you get a little freaked out, you go home if you have to, or take a walk, or take a time out. But you know, like, don't let it upset you or overwhelm you. It's, you know, it may take a minute to get back into the swing of things, but really it's gonna feel like home too. Like, on the one hand, it feels really great and warm and cozy, like being back home again, and like everybody knows your name, and you feel like I've arrived. And another, it's going to remind you of things that felt disturbing, and uh, and maybe just there's moments where you're going to feel a little bit overwhelmed, and so that's when you need your little timeouts. You may need little ones and big ones too, like whole days away from the place, and also sometimes like a little, like a bathroom break or a locker break or like a walk around the block break or something like that, if you can do that. So let's see. So let's see what else. Let's ask the fairies. What did they see? Fairies. Or maybe, I think I'm going to ask the seasons of the witch. Because that's like now going into August. That's a good projection. I think, yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to yawn. Ooh, I got goosebumps. I got sunburst. Embrace your inner light and share it with the world, inspiring others to do the same. This could be a whole different dynamic, you know. It's like you've learned a lot, and maybe you have something to share that can help people. I think you're going to be attracting a good girlfriend, and you'll be able to share with them. Maybe somebody who needs a little bit of maybe just help, or you need to somebody you can show around, or somebody you could talk to, somebody who's a sort of newbie, not so much, maybe at the place, maybe not just at the place, maybe just in general with a certain type of exercise or something like that. But I feel like you're going to find a friend here. So this is enthusiasm, happiness, and radiance. And something about you really attracts this friend. I think it's a girlfriend. Like, there's guys that are attracted to you, but I think there's specifically a girl that you feel real happy with, and they just really like you a lot. They just see you as like a really good inspirational kind of person. So the sunburst card is perhaps the happiest card in the deck. You got the happiest card in the deck. Yay! So it represents, okay, here's what's going to happen at the gym. Ready? It represents vitality, joy, truly letting your light shine. There's nothing but good things to say when the sunburst beams into your reading. Life is good and you're experiencing a fruitful time of contentment and success. But more than that, you've become an inspiration to those around you. People are looking up to you and may even exalt you as someone to model their lives after. So instead of having the mean girls, you're gonna have like this nice guys and girls that all look up to you. Isn't that wonderful? In that way, you're stepping into the role of leader and will help many along their journey, even if you aren't aware you're doing so. However, if you're seeking a higher position, then receiving this card is confirmation that you should go for it. Now is an excellent time to ask for a raise or promotion, to transition from employee to entrepreneur, and to generally elevate your status to a position of power. Finally, this card represents positive energy regardless of where it lands in a spread. If your question is about a troubling situation, pulling this card means a sudden and positive outcome in your favor. So that's very nice. So yeah, it's like coming home, and this time it's so different. They missed you, they love you. They People feel bad about what happened. People are inspired about the things that you've been through and the things that you've learned. It's a whole different situation. It's gonna feel really nice. Yeah, very amazing. Very amazing. Indeed. I think you might be a little surprised too, like how many people actually liked you more than you realized, you know? And maybe you're inside, somewhere inside you, you were expecting some haters or mean girls, but they turn out to be the ones that actually like, oh, well, there you are, where you been? We missed you. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Because you're going to get your dream come true. That's what that means. So, very nice. You're welcome. Okay, my goddess. Oh, what you got for me? Well, I'm on a roll tonight, Divine Goddess. Everybody's reading's been very powerful. All right, let's see, Spirit. Let's see what the Seasons of the Witch have to say. Okay. I need to give Sammy his medicine, but I think I'm going. Oh, excuse me. I'm going for my retreat yoga. Oh yeah, teacher course. Oh, nice teacher course in nature. Yesterday I had a very important workshop I gave, and I'm just applying for jobs as well. Very nice. Sounds like you're on the right track, honey. Oh, I thought this said yoga. Lion, look at you. Lioness. Take a deep breath and remember that peace of mind is key to navigating your current challenges. All right. Nothing's going wrong, but you know, when it comes to looking for work, it can be a little bit frustrating sometimes. So, and especially looking for work during a Mercury retrograde might not be so fun. Let's see what the lion has to say. Oh, also, the lion makes me think of the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So basically, follow those things, you'll do just fine. Just have courage, determination, and majesty. Lions have long been associated with courage, determination, and strength. And when a lion appears in your life, it's to remind you to tap into your depths of your being to rediscover the resilience and fortitude hidden within you. Remaining calm is a way through your challenges now, no matter what you're facing. Approaching your situation with compassion and patience will greatly improve your circumstances, while giving into intense emotions such as rage, victimization could lead to undesirable consequences. So even if you feel like anything that you do, like if say yoga and you're frustrated because you can't get into a certain position or something silly like that, you do what you can do, right? Do what you can, just do put your best foot forward and stay calm. Be calm. And be more mindful and less impulsive, especially during retrograde. Don't do impulsive spending either, or take unnecessary risk, or overindulge, or do anything addictive, even if it feels good in the moment, things like that. Be very zen during this time period. So, you have the power within you to face any challenge. Trust in yourself. I feel like the things that you learn how to be very meditative and zen when you're on retreat, and so incorporate some of those things when it comes to mundane tasks like job hunting and dealing with people. This is how I feel though. When I'm with you guys, I feel so great. And then when I'm with regular people, I'm like, why are regular people so much more challenging to talk to, or deal with, or be with? Like, it's like this meeting, leader Kranz, the German club that. I like you people are driving me crazy because it's such nitpicking on the smallest things. And but that's the way it is. That's the way those kind of areas work differently. than the spirit world. But I know how you feel. I do. So, actually, I handled yesterday's workshop situation like that. Good, you stayed calm. Yes, yesterday's workshop had a few weird people who were trying to disturb the flow of the presentation, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. Just that is perfect. I think sometimes spirit, when cards, talk about challenges, sometimes they're acknowledgement of you handling challenges, of us handling these things. So it's like it can be an acknowledgement too of a job well done. Look at you, lion lady, being peaceful and everything, having soft control of the situation, control without like being controlling, but control by being soft and gentle and compassionate and understanding. Let's see what the fairies have to say. Oh, seniors. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, the seniors. Time for me to go to bed. Oh, see, you got laughter. Laughter's good medicine too in any situation. So the fairies are saying, just laugh. When anything gets you discombobulated, just laugh about it. Every cloud not only has a silver lining, but also has a humorous side. Try to objectively stand back from your situations and find a humorous twist. Laughter will help you see your life from a new perspective so that you can receive creative insights and solutions. Sometimes, it can happen. Like things can get serious, especially meditative stuff is serious business. So, but and like you were brought up, or I was brought up that like in places like church, you're not supposed to laugh. but but that's true. That's good. And also when people are joking around, you either ignore them or you laugh with them, right? Because you don't want to laugh, like you don't want to get all defensive like you're being laughed at, right? So you just laugh with them. Ha ha, ha, that was funny. Ha, yeah. Or you ignore them, whatever. But laughter does help you stand back and see yourself and your situation more objectively. And when we laugh, we relax. And when we relax, creative solutions and renewed energy course through us easier. So just laugh. Go see that funny movie or play or buy a book or watch your favorite comedian or Saturday Night Live or something like that. Things like that. Maybe you gotta do more than just smile. Maybe you gotta truly laugh. Like, why somebody like do an impression of those guys in your class and then you will laugh? You think about it that way. Like, they were the fools. If somebody's being a fool, then you think, well, what would be the impression I would do of them if I was giving an impression of them? And then you can laugh to yourself of the silly impression. Hey, that reminds me. I'm going to make you laugh if I can. Let's see. Affirmators. This is love and relationships, but whatever. We're going to say it for anything. For anything. Oh, levity. Oh my God, there's laughter again. Laughter is the best legal medicine, and it looks like it's time for you to take a sweet, sweet hit of it. When someone annoys you or a plan goes awry, try finding something funny in there. And if you ever feel like the butt of the joke, remember that the only difference between someone laughing at you and someone laughing with you is that in the first version, you're not laughing. You always have the option, so opt to lighten up. It's legal in almost 200 counties. That's funny because that's what I was just saying. Um, when somebody's laughing at you, or if they think they might be, then laugh with them because then that makes it that you're laughing at them instead of them laughing at you. Yes. Here's cleansing. Feeling bogged down by the weight of a thousand thoughts, feelings, boxes of mystery, objects lurking in your closets? Consider this prescription to clean house, mentally, physically, literally, figuratively, and anything else that applies adverbally. It's hard to make room for new connections and experiences when every bit of your emotional space is cluttered with psychic bric-a-brac. So enjoy a major guilt-free flush out, and not to worry, you can always find new psychic bric-a-brac in the metaphorical clutter section of Craigslist. Okay. Okay, spirit. That's funny. Here we go. Depth. As new people show up in my life, I look for all the weird, wonderful, complex layers below their surface. I can't be surprised by someone's depth of character unless I'm willing to peel back the outer layers and go a little deeper. It's like the brand new saying goes, don't judge an onion by its haircut. Okay. Oh my gosh. Perspective. What does a hawk see when it flies over your house besides the family of mice living nearby that you don't know about? What will your current problems, conflicts, complaints look like when you're 80 years old and you gaze back on the timeline of your life? In this moment, you're being given the gift of clear perspective, of knowing that in the end, everything is going to be probably much better than okay. Think large enough, and even big issues become small. Become an 80-year-old hawk, and you're really onto something. There we go. Yeah. And the big, I try to do that sometimes too. Like, big picture. Like, is this moment even going to matter? Nope. This too shall pass, and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Well, let's, um, I love to laugh. Ha 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 ha. Loud and proud and strong. This, I think I'm melting my tablecloth. The candle was getting too hot. Let's get a few charms. Oh, you've got a loud hello from somebody. From it. Oh, a loud boo. Somebody saying boo. Boo. It's like a surprise. Oh, I didn't see you there. You've got Capricorn, ambitious. You could be climbing some mountains. You've got the Mohawk Lily. You got this very strange shaped animal. You have brave, namaste. Okay, I see a lot of courage coming your way. Like, important courage is important to you coming up. Just hang in there, because some things may seem hard, or just takes persistence and consistence. We've got the number 5, and we've got the carriage. So like it's kind of like a Cinderella energy coming out through. You're the missing piece. And you have the fork or food, good eating, and the rope, which represents connections with people, and the pineapple, sweetness and good eating. And oh yeah, I already said Capricorn. Capricorn, and then the weight. It's like exercise, strength. Again, strength. Strength and courage. That's a big one for you. And somebody might try to make you laugh by saying boo, or like scaring you or teasing you or something like that to get you to laugh. Maybe to scream and then laugh. I don't know how you feel about that. Like, scary movies to me are just scary, but scary comedies, like spoofs of scary movies, can be funny and scary at the same time. So like you're waiting for something to happen, and so you still get that sort of thrilling feeling that you get when you watch scary movies, but it's done in a funny way, and a spoof in a way to make fun of the scary movie, which makes you laugh. So I can kind of take scary funny movies better than I can take scary movies. And that's a good way to look at life too. Huh. Just think of it, the thing that's happening to you as a spoof and not so much as an actual scary thing. I think that's what I do. I think I do that sometimes. But I haven't done that a lot lately. I've been really kind of in a weird funk where I'm letting myself get down for no reason. But I think I'm going to try to get myself out of it and just see the humor of everything in life again. Because it's a funny place. It's a funny, funny world. Yeah. I think you did, sure. The cards say that you did do. So just instead of like if somebody's laughing, then you laugh too. That's all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You did. You did, totally did. You handled those onions just right. They were not very deep at all. They had funny haircuts. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just wanted to show off their haircuts. That's what they wanted to do. They weren't gonna peel any layers. They didn't have any layers to peel. You know what I mean? Okay, Divine Goddess. Well, yeah, they sure did. They Seniors know what it's like. They're like, hey, don't be disrespectful. There's just too much. There's too much trickster energy and not enough actual. There's laughter and then there's trickster. But we can laugh at the tricksters too. We're not gonna let them get us down. We can look at the universe and say, hey, that was funny. Oh, ha, universe. That's what I do. Ha, universe. I just dropped that. Ha, universe. That was funny. I see you. Ha. Alright, put all these back. I think that's it for tonight then. That's good. To chill is to be chill. Oh, you did. Okay, that's good. What did you say back? I'm okay. I mean, one woman was asking weird questions, trying to deviate the topic and disturb the flow. We know what's that's like, right? When we have the trolls that come on the channel. And sometimes I play along with them, and sometimes I ignore them, and sometimes I cry, and sometimes I block them. Sometimes y'all block them. Sometimes, most of the time, you guys block them so fast I can't even see their comments, and so I don't even notice them, which is nice. Very nice. There's all kinds of ways of handling the deviants. So I just said whatever that required at the point, and I wasn't really engaging. I just digressed it to I'd like you guys to come here and share your experiences. So I invited first the ones who were jumpy. Yeah, when I was a school bus driver, the kids that were naughty on my bus, instead of just reprimanding them, I turned them into bosses. I gave them purpose. I gave them a job to do, and that occupied them. It was like a diversion to their antics. And it was funny when they came and started speaking, the person and audience started fighting amongst themselves. And they were arguing amongst each other. That's funny. So, yeah. So, what do? You just have to hit your gavel and say, order. That's what my mom does. She likes her little hammer. Now that she's president, she hammers things a lot with her little gavel. And it's really kind of just annoying, but because I usually am not I'm not the one talking. Other people just like love to hear the sound of their voice, and they just keep talking and talking and talking. And I just sit there with my eyes rolling back into my head as these people keep talking. I invited them to come share their challenges. I saw that maybe they wanted to get noticed. They're just trying to get attention, huh? Well, the time that I let it get too serious, and I don't detach myself and just laugh about it, is when, like, for instance, when I'm with you guys and somebody's trolling or their rude behavior affects your reading. That's when my I don't know if you call it ego, but that's when I get defensive and I want to stand up for you because I care about you guys. Like, I could care less if somebody's like criticizing me. But if you're messing with my people and you're trying to disturb their reading, that pisses me off. You know what I mean? So that's when I start to, like, I might fight back or something, or I might get a little pissy. But most of the time, I'm just trying to ignore them. Yeah. Hi, Iman. Nope. I'm done for the night. Good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. Love you. Till next time. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.